program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sanden, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sanden.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, are we going to have a fun show for you today. It is a packed house in the studio with some great friends, and we are talking about collectively one of our most favorite places to fish in the whole world, and that's Cedros Island with Cedros Sport Fishing. It's going to be a great time. Rosie and RH number 2 will be joining us. We're going to be having a fun show, you guys. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or the all-electric Lightning, find the truck that will meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, the 2025 Super Duty, the rugged Ford Ranger, and the versatile Ford Maverick. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup.
If you're into saltwater fishing, Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps teaching and showing the latest product. Join our free casting contest and show your surface iron casting skill. Amazing seminars by some of top names in the business. A huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. It's our biggest sale of the year. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, accessories, and more. Saturday, November 1st.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
All right. Yeah, Rosie's got it down, man. Good morning. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to be in the studio. And you mentioned RH number 2.
Yeah. Got the team.
Upgrade.
So obviously, as you can hear, Pete Gray's out of the studio, out in Montana, keeping the trout honest and making sure everything's good there. And it's going to be a real difficult show today. We've got a guest who's she's very shy and reserved. Not really outgoing and doesn't have a lot to say because the place they fish is just kind of
So.
Yeah, it's Rosie from Cedros. I mean, the most outgoing, fun, rad person we have on the show, and again, talking about just the greatest place ever. So first, good morning, Rosie.
Thank you. Good morning.
So glad to have you here. And obviously, we always love having your awesome husband, Jeff, who has been dubbed RH, Rosie's husband, under the weather today. And he's usually here talking fishing. He's got the best gig in the world. He's married to the lady who is Cedros Sport Fishing, so he has to go down there do the field research all the time.
He does, absolutely.
Very rarely do we have somebody who's better versed in that. But Jeff couldn't make it this morning, so you brought RH number 2.
I did, and we are so blessed to have RH2 with us today.
Filling in.
That's-
I guarantee you, I know Jeff is sitting in the hot tub right now having a Bloody Mary going, ha ha.
Gotcha.
and Wayne, how fun to have you in this role. Obviously, Wayne's the newest addition to the team here at Let's Talk Hookup. I want to say you did a fantastic job with the shows last week, and I had so much fun. We listened while we were up in the Eastern Sierra with the family. Dallas and I got to take the boys up with adventures and camping and had an amazing trip, and we'll talk more about that later in the show. But totally enjoyed it. You guys crushed it. It was awesome. It was really, really fun and a great job.
Thank
Well
you.
done to
It was a lot of fun.
You know how tough it is, Rick, keeping me in line, right?
Oh, yeah. So tough.
Those shows easily could have been 4 hours.
But it just went so smooth.
It was great.
It was
And-
so
no,
smooth.
And honestly, if you missed last week's show with
Brian or with Craig and
with,
Eric
with Craig Schumann
Eric
and
Cord.
Eric Cord,
And Ken
incredible.
That was awesome, man.
He
It was
mentioned
awesome.
something in there that we all need to be versed on.
Yeah, right at
Is
the end.
the law, the law
line,
coming
the rope, the commercial ropes are going to be colored by state. So that we need to make sure that we're not using those to get our rec guys in
in our hoop netting, which
With the
just
hoop
opened
netting.
last night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
And it sounded like it was a good opener.
Oh,
It
man.
sounded like it was a really good opener.
I'm ready.
I just got word from a couple of the boys, a
Yeah.
couple of the guys from the shop. You know, we've got one guy that's just Ray, who's just lobster crazy. And, I sent him a text last night around 8 o'clock. How's it going? He goes, I'm almost home. What do you mean you're almost home?
Yeah.
He sends me a picture. I mean, done, double limit, over, got him early crawl, on his way back, like Corey Sanden style.
Oh,
The
I'm
old-
ready for that one.
The
Yeah.
old Corey hooping
Yeah.
days back at the house before the sun hardly went down.
I don't miss those.
Well, we're here to talk
Yeah.
about a spot that I know is a favorite amongst everybody sitting across from me, and certainly mine, and that's Cedros Sport Fishing. Rosie, we're really pumped to have you. It seems like it was just such a good year this year, and Cedros always kicks out. It's always great fishing. What did you do to make all these sea bass happen? Like, this was the craziest
Was
year
this
ever.
the craziest
That
year?
was so
You know,
cool.
I remember when we first started because it was all about yellowtail and
Sure.
calico. We're the yellowtail and calico bass capital of the world. And then about, I don't know, I think it was like maybe 2019. It's like all of a sudden halibut.
Yeah,
Everyone's
right.
like, okay, we
right.
got the halibut.
Yeah, I want to do that now.
Exactly. And it turned into the halibut capital of the world. And it's like, you see these guys, they were coming back with these monster halibut. I mean, not like Alaska, but these Pacific
a
halibut
true
that
monster.
were just beautiful, beautiful fish. And it's like, man, it's like we hit the jackpot there with these things. And then this year came.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the heck? It started off on day one. I was getting pictures, and here we go. It was white
And it hasn't
sea
stopped.
bass. And it hasn't stopped.
They've had white sea bass every trip for the whole season.
And,
That's
and
crazy.
some trips, people were getting Mexican limits
Yes.
Crazy.
of white sea bass.
Unbelievable.
Five
Five
fish limits of sea
fish
bass.
limits a day for the
for
trip.
the boat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember because, I'm a stickler still about fish processing. And it's like people come across the border and I want to make sure things are done right or that the
course.
vacuum sealer is working well
Sure,
still
sure.
and everything. I opened up one guy's bag and I started looking. It's like, white sea bass, white sea bass, white sea bass. It's like, he didn't bring home any yellowtail. His whole bag was white sea bass.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. And still getting them. I have divers that they went at the end of August. And when they came back, they had told me the first day that they went, they were fishing with Captain Martine. They got out, there were 3 divers. And, they say you kind of like, you lay there for a minute, you float and you kind of scope
Get
it all out.
acclimated, like,
And they all went like this. And they're like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? They said, as far as you could see,
Wow.
far as you could see, it was white sea bass.
Crazy.
Incredible.
They said it was hundreds of them. He
Wow.
goes, you just couldn't believe it. And they were like, because they take a fish, they choose, they get to pick and
Sure.
choose. And they're like, well, which one do I want? I'll take you, buddy. You're going to be on the dinner plate tonight. They said it was incredible.
and with this amazing sea, it's not like the yellowtail fishing or calico bass fishing was slow. This was just in addition to still limits
Yes.
the norm for every
Yes.
boat every time.
You're
and
fishing for the yellowtail and the calico, and you're catching the white sea bass
crazy.
Yes.
on the same gear. You're not
Crazy.
changing anything.
Well, and what they said was crazy, and I don't know if you had this experience when you were down there. They were saying that like when they're bringing a white sea bass in, there's white sea bass following.
Yes.
How
Yeah, we saw.
incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're thick.
Amazing.
I want to
It's
be
like,
right there.
You want to free gaff it or what? You know? Oh my gosh. But it has been incredible.
That's awesome. Well, it's been so fun. And give us the rundown. I mean, I think at this point, so many people have heard. It's every accolade, every person that goes. We're going to have 2 hours of people again. Oh my God, it's the best trip of my life. But what is the rundown? What is a Cedros trip like for somebody that hasn't made it yet? They've always thought about it. I don't know how, but there still is, and there always will be. There's still intrepidation about I don't know about flying out of Mexico and all those things.
Yeah.
Give us a little rundown. What is a Cedros sport fishing trip like when you book with Rosie and you get all of the amazing, Rosie coaching throughout the year? You are the best in the world at kind of telling people what to expect before the trip comes. You send private emails to people. Hey, this is kind of what it's like. This is an idea. This is the clothes you should bring. Like, you do such a good job, but my day has come. It's time to go fishing. How does it work?
Well, first of all, this is an international trip. I think a lot of times people forget that this is an international trip
Because it's so easy.
Because it is so easy.
Yeah.
You got to have all the right documents. So I tell everyone, look, I do basically everything for you, coming and going. You just need to show up with your tackle and your clothes.
Yeah.
And I will do the rest.
Your passport.
So yeah. And your passport. Thank you. Yes. And your passport and your toothbrush, toothpaste, and sunscreen. Okay. But basically I meet you down at the Cross Border Express. I have everything ready for you. I have I hold your hand on this side of the border.
Yeah.
I've got a concierge service that holds your hand on the other side of the border. They literally, once you cross the sky bridge, scoop you up, guide you through customs and immigration. And there ain't nothing that Hugo, Michelle, and I can't overcome.
Yeah.
Okay. We've had some challenges, but they're between the two of us, and we just talk back and forth and get it taken. We had some guy come out of the bathroom and take a wrong turn and go out of TSA check.
Oops.
So literally out to the front of the airport. So it's like, take a picture of yourself, show me where you're at, and Hugo goes back and scoops him
That's
back
great.
up. I mean, but
that's why you do it.
But that's why we
Yeah.
do it. It's like there's nothing we can't overcome.
That's
so it's
awesome.
like basically I meet you there, coming in and going with all the paperwork that you need. Hugo and Michelle guide you through customs and immigration. Now, I do have you there a little bit early, and I tell everyone I do not apologize for having you there early because you guys are going fishing with how many rod and reel setups?
Totally.
How much are each of those reels costing? $500 each. You could have $2,000, $2,500 worth of reels, or if you got some of those newfangled spinning reels that are $1,200 to $1,500 each, you're going across that border with a lot of money. Your luggage does not go through the regular part of the Tijuana International Airport.
Okay.
It is not baggage handled by anyone other than Hugo and Michelle. It gets labeled, it gets tagged, it goes down our conveyor belt to our truck out to our airplane.
That's so cool.
So I don't apologize for having you there a little bit early because I got 2 people watching over your stuff, not 40.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, basically you hang out in the airport for a little bit and you can have your
Have a
fish
cerveza and a taco.
tacos and your cerveza. All we say is that, remember, we're only as strong as our weakest bladder. Take your potty break before you get on the airplane.
Yeah.
And, hour and 45, we got a new Cessna Grand Caravan EX. So the EX is a larger engine. Even if you look at the prop, it's instead of 3 blades, it's now 4 blades on the prop to handle
cool.
that bigger engine. So we're even faster now. Get you down, instead of 2 hours, we're about an hour and 45 minutes or even
How
less.
cool.
Depending
That's
on if we have a
rad. I
nice
didn't
little
know that.
tailwind or something.
That is one of the coolest flights
Oh,
that I've
it
ever
really is.
experienced.
Isn't it?
Like looking at the Baja coastline and
So beautiful.
it is.
Or just the everyone always loves the takeoff coming back.
yeah,
It's like we fly off a cliff. Yes, you do.
literally.
You fly off a cliff.
Yeah,
It's the only flight where if you're looking good, you can see a Garibaldi about 1 second
Seriously.
before your wheels are on concrete.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Isn't that the truth?
And one of the
So-
coolest things is, as you're flying down and you leave the coastline, Punta Baja, and you're headed for Cedros, you have
so
that
beautiful.
what is it, like a 15-minute window or 20-minute window of over the water,
Yes.
and you start to see Cedros,
Oh
is
my
coming
God.
up, and it's just flying that coastline of
Yeah.
Cedros before you land. It's just everybody's so giddy and
Yes.
excited.
You got me fired up right now.
Dude,
For
I
real.
love it.
I
Well, and
really
it's
am.
just so pretty because you come up on the lee, the Punta Norte,
Yeah.
and it's like you see down the lee, and it's so pretty, and then you see the clouds like
Yeah.
usually hovering on the
weather
weather side. Yeah. And it's like, and it's just,
Oh, the worst is when you start seeing fish boiling below you on the
Oh,
way in.
God.
You see them and you're like, oh, there's a school right there. Oh my God, those are big. Yeah. You see that boil on the water. You're like, get me off this plane. I got to go fishing.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And then to be welcomed by the crew,
Yeah.
Right.
the way they welcome you, and they're just so happy to have you there. I mean, you are instant family, and they just take such good care of you.
I think that's when like the realization comes, because your anxiety or whatever it is for the flight and everything else happens, and you get on the plane, but boy, the second you land and you realize when you go to grab your bag and there's somebody saying like, oh no, we got this, man, you go have a water, go have a beer, go have a Coke, whatever, like go sit in this nice air conditioned car, we got all this, like that's when the realization hits, like oh, this one's different.
It is. And it's like I'm going into my 10th year, if you can believe that.
That's crazy,
Isn't that
Rosie.
crazy, going to my 10th year. And I have to say, our crew is second to none. They are just so wonderful. Like I said, you are instant family. Trust me, there's a challenge getting stuff to the island. And what they do with so little, or how we get it there, is absolutely amazing. No one knows, it's like I always say, it's like that duck on the water, gliding ever so smoothly. That's what you all see. And then there's us underneath the water, just paddling like heck,
making it all work.
Making it all work.
Yeah.
Rosie makes it so easy because you don't have to worry about any of the paperwork. She hands you an envelope and says, this is your packet.
Yeah.
Here's your CBX. Here's your visa, your FMM. Everything is right here ready for you.
Yes.
Here's something I want to bring up too. And Wayne, you're mentioning all that, and that's all an expense. Like CBX, like if I'm flying within Mexico,
you have to purchase your own CBX
and
pass.
they have gotten so busy that it is now like seasonal cost.
Right.
Like
Yes.
It's not $10 anymore.
no,
it's like 40.
Yeah.
It could be $16 each way, or it could be 20 whatever each way, right?
Right. And high season is 40.
But Cedros Sport Fishing, right? Cedros Sport Fishing is covering all that,
Yes.
and that's what. Here's what I want to bring up is I know a couple people, they'll remain nameless because they've tried other outfits. There is competition.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But competition drives beauty and excellence with those that
it
know
only
what they're
makes us
doing.
better.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So when you see a ticket price for 8 to 10% less, beware. I'm warning you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to cover your own CBX stuff. You've got
your own Mexican fishing
Thank
license, your own visa. You may not
processing.
I was just going to say, and you're going to have to cover your fish processing per bag.
on top
with
of all
us.
that, you do not know what you're going to eat. I promise you. Like I've heard some nightmares, and I witnessed it. They actually came over and wanted to see what was happening at Rosie's place.
Yeah.
Because theirs was so bad.
Yeah.
Like I was there for that.
Yeah.
And just beware. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
As you guys know, fish processing is near and dear to my heart. We've always done the table ready. I told the guys, I remember I was down there in the very beginning, and they didn't take the gaff marks out.
Mhm.
And I said to the guy, "Do you eat that?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No." I was like, "Well, then take it off."
Yeah.
Table ready means open the bag, ready to go.
Put it on the grill.
Commercial grade vacuum sealer.
Mhm.
We had to take seats out of the airplane to get that vacuum sealer onto the plane
No
to get
kidding.
it down there. That thing was so heavy. It was unbelievable. And trying to get it off of the plane and back to the lodge. It was
But coming
awesome.
back with all that bounty that you're talking
It's
about.
amazing.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I have people weekly say, your fish is the best.
Yeah.
It is so clean. The bags are dry. The vacuum sealer is just stellar. It's just, we've got a really great vacuum sealer. I mean, that vacuum sealer, I remember when we bought it was close to $5,000.
Right.
And I always thought, I said, gosh, should we get a backup one? Should we get a backup one? Well, that vacuum sealer is now $8,000.
Right.
Yeah.
But we just make sure we change the oil and we just keep it,
But I mean,
the new sealers on it. It's awesome.
You said it. You're coming back with a cooler full of white sea bass, and the care that you guys give it, that fish is good for a year. It's good for 2 years. It's good.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it's just,
And
you know,
the fish processing's included, you guys. I mean, Look, my husband just came back off a long range trip. I can tell you what our fish processing bill was. And that's all included.
Yeah.
I mean, just take that right off the top. I mean,
You have a big trip. You can easily hit another ticket price for the
Absolutely.
amount.
yes, you can.
Not that it's not worth every penny, but I mean, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know, like high quality, good stuff it's not
You're
cheap.
going to pay for it.
And
Absolutely.
going with Cedros Sport Fishing with Rosie, everything's inclusive. The only
That's
thing,
right.
and I could tell you because I enjoy an adult beverage at the
There
end
you
of the
go.
day, right?
That's
That's
right.
the only thing additional. And
That's right.
you want to go down and get some tecates at the local
Yeah.
store. I mean, they're a couple bucks a piece at,
Yeah,
at the most,
exactly.
right?
Well, and then she
Exactly.
was importing some beer too that we happened to drink it all up while we were there. But
Whoa, Wayne's on the good side, man.
Yeah, we were really blessed. We were able to start off. We got Modelo's, Pacificos, and Coronas, and we got a whole bunch down to the island. But some trips drank it all.
Yeah, RH number
You know,
2.
yeah,
Put an end to that for the rest of them.
quality assurance.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
So
as you can hear, we've just got such a good show. This is so easy for all of us to get to talk about because it's a place we love and the fishing's incredible. There's no need to come up with fancy descriptions to talk about Cedros. It's just awesome. It's family. You're taken care of like your family. The fishing is incredible, and I just can't wait. It's going to be a really fun show today, Corey.
So well said, Rick, because it truly is family and it's so easy to talk about. And it's who doesn't like fishing yellowtail on the surface iron, right?
Straight
I
up,
mean,
man.
that's the
come
best.
on,
Give
bring
it
it
the
on.
to me.
best.
And then
swim
second,
baits.
what?
And
swim
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 baits.
baits too, yeah. There you go. And God, just a beautiful place on this planet. It's so easy to get to. You can leave in the morning, you're fishing in the afternoon, or
Absolutely.
you know what? You leave in the morning, you're back home in the afternoon, cooking some of your fresh fish.
You know, you
and-
think about it. I mean, years ago, it's like it used to be a boat ride for 2 days.
Oh, it was
Now it's-
exactly. Now it's so easy and accessible. You want to join us on the show today? We're going to have a lot of fun. We're on 97.3 The Fan. You can give them a call at 833-288-0973. That's the number to the fan. You can get right in here and talk to Rosie. Maybe you have a killer story or a question, or just send us a text via the app. And that through the app, it's very simple. It says text the show right there. And when you do text the show, you want to make sure you leave your name and telephone number, because at the end of the show, Rosie's going to flip the prize coin. She's already on cue, got it going. And somebody's going to win a killer pair of Costa sunglasses, man. The 580 glass lens on that Reefton Pro. Woohoo, man.
That's
right?
a really nice
Exactly.
pair. That's
What's
that one's close to $300 value.
Wow.
These are very, very high-end Costas.
How cool is that?
It's
I mean, everything that comes from Costa is like top notch,
Yeah.
right? And you might have a $180 pair or $280
Yeah.
pair, but they're all top of the line. And this is one of the most expensive pair there is. And again, it's the Reefton Pro with the gray frame, gray silver mirror 580 lens. And we're going to be right back, and let's talk more with Rosie in this killer place called Cedros Sport Fishing. And I can't wait to go again, Rosie. I love it, man. We're going to be right back on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water, because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Anyone that's been to the East Cape knows Smokey's Curing Company Cantina, the best food and drink in Los Barillas, and a fun place to hang out and watch your favorite sporting event. If you're lucky, you probably had Smokey's process your fish to take home. Their quality and service is top notch. You'll see me at Smokey's Cantina hanging out with the owner Chris and my buddies when fishing in the East Cape. And we always send our fish to be processed at Smokey's too. Now Chris has added one of the finest boats in the East Cape available for you to charter for a day or more of fishing. Vaquera. It's an immaculate 35 Cabo with a Seakeeper and Captain Diego Romero, one of Baja's best. If you're looking for a great charter boat when fishing at Palmas, Playa, or other resorts, Vaquera, booked at BajaSmokies.com, should be your choice. So when you're headed to the East Cape, be sure to stop by Smokey's Curing Company Cantina. Send your fish to be processed there and fish aboard the 35 Cabo Vaquera. Check BajaSmokies.com for more details.
Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We don't hold back on this one. Spectacular savings on a huge assortment of saltwater tackle. Over 20 tackle manufacturers reps. Join our free casting contest, amazing seminars, a huge raffle benefiting Rollo's kids. Saturday, November 1st.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at Fine Tackle Dealers.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader with all-inclusive fishing trips to Cedros Island. We now have 2 lodges to choose from, and both sit on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views and gorgeous morning sunrises. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at cedrosportfishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And like we were talking about having Cedros Sport Fishing in the house, Rosie and RH number 2, a.k.a. Wayne, right? Sorry, Jeff isn't in the studio today, right? But giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses, and we're going to be on 97.3 The Fan for the first hour here. And then you're going to have to tune in on that app for that second hour, right?
You got it, brother.
And that's the way you'd send us your text if you have a question or a comment for Rosie. And you can do that only through the app. I'm giving away that pair of Costa sunglasses with a coin flip at the end of the show.
I'm so stoked. That's a great pair of glasses that reefed and Costa. That the gray silver mirror 580. That's my combo. Yeah. That's the one that I wear 99% of the time. Not when we were up in the Sierras. I went for that real bright sunrise silver mirrored. We were fishing in a lot of.
So you can see all those trout.
Yeah, a lot of overhung. A lot of small creek, a lot of shade. So I wanted a bright pair, but 99% of the time, including right now, I'm a gray lens silver mirror guy.
Your boys have a good time, Rick?
Oh.
Or do the parents have a better time?
That was all time. It was an all time trip for sure. Yeah, we did adventures in camping. And it's just. I want everyone to utilize that service. Nothing to do with them. We found them through Bart Hall years and years ago. They were never a part of the show. We just utilized the service, had such a great time, and they have since become sponsors of the radio show. And I just can't sing the praises enough of it. It's such a cool thing that they do. You go on their website, you pick out whatever trailer you want, and whether it's just two 20-year-old dudes in college that want a very cheap way to go to, fish the Eastern Sierra and have a very small, very inexpensive trailer, you can do that, all the way up to multiple families, big, giant luxury trailers, slide outs and all that stuff, and everything in between. And, our family was an in-betweener. We did a 26-foot trailer, and Shannon helped us pick it out. It had a bunkhouse in the back, so there's like a set of bunk beds in the side of the trailer. The boys were super into climbing up and down.
Exactly, they love
it.
That.
Was so cool, and it was great. Yeah, incredibly comfortable, and you just don't do any we pulled up to our campsite, which we pre-reserved, and the trailer was there. They already had all of the camp chairs around the campfire. The generator was there. It was all fueled up, ready to go. The fridge was on and cold, and we just slid in, and yeah, it was just like home. There was a creek that was probably 20 feet behind the back of our trailer.
Crazy.
And I'll bet 90% of our fishing for the week was out of that. It was so good.
Wow.
It was
how cool.
It bordered on wide open rainbow and brook trout fishing. It was right out our door. You could literally stand on the doorstep and make a cat. If you had the awning retracted back that happened at the push of a button, if you wanted the shade, you just push a button. It's like super modern. The whole awning comes out on its own. If that was back, you could make a cast from the trailer door and catch a trout. It was so cool, you guys. Yeah,
your campsite looked like a brochure picture.
Yeah, it really was.
It really was so beautiful.
Was cool.
I'm so jealous right now. And happy belated birthday to Dallas.
Yeah. So Dal and I have been going to the Sierras for her birthday. I mean, damn near since we've been dating. Going on 9 years now.
Oh my gosh.
And Yeah, 9 years when she was Rosie's roommate.
Yes.
So amazing.
We hadn't been since having the boys, and the Adventures in Camping is what made it happen. We were in a big trailer with a bathroom and a shower and a bathtub to deal with the boys and a heater and an air conditioner.
Wow.
And it was so cool to get back.
So how late do they offer that service? Like through October?
Yeah, I think it's through October, and I don't know what the end date is. Like I know that we were on a trip that was close to Halloween, but I don't know for certain.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could look it up.
And I ask you because the changing leaves and the
Exactly.
colors, is that happening now?
This
Did you
is
see
the
that?
time to go.
Yeah.
I know that the popular season is summertime, it's July, and it's
Yeah.
August and all. This is it. You get the fall colors. Our weather was so insanely perfect. It was 75 degrees and perfect blue sky. But in the nighttime, it got cool, and you wanted to have a campfire, and you wanted to roast s'mores with the boys, and you wanted to have your hoodie and a pair of jeans on. And it was brisk in the morning, but by the time you got up and took your first walk down the creek and caught a couple rainbows, you were shedding your jacket by the time you got back before you cooked breakfast. It was perfect.
And it's not as crowded up there.
Right, that's what I was going to
That's
say.
what
There's
no one there.
with school back in session.
That's right.
Fall
And the
is
fishing
it.
season goes till November 15th in Mammoth.
Okay.
And man, it was it. I just couldn't begin to recommend it enough. It was so cool. Yeah, we had a great, and then to get to share that with the boys, and the fishing it's Mammoth. The fishing is the thing that's so cool is the fishing can be as easy or as technical as you want. We fished a creek that you could, in a lot of spots, you could jump across it. It was all sight fishing. There's your fish. Wyatt cast your little night crawler in front of them and let the stream bring it to them, and you'll catch them almost every time. Easy fishing for kids, all the way up to very technical fly fishing. Dallas really got into fly fishing when we were up on our Katmai trip. She'd done it before, but really caught the bug. Very good technical dry fishing. There was brookies in our stream. And it's Eastern Sierra. You can travel to any lakes, streams, creeks, still water, deep trolling, whatever. It's all everywhere you go up there. There's fishing within minutes of where you're staying. It was awesome. Yeah. So a great trip. Yeah. I didn't mean to take all the time, but I don't have enough.
No, but you got to mention the adventure and camping.
It was great. Yeah.
I mean, that's
they crushed it. And then again, I got to say it, and Rosie, I know this because you guys were big. That was my background in the old days. We were big desert people. We had a big toy hauler.
Yeah.
There is so much involved with bringing your rig and your the day before your trip ends, your trip is already half over because you've already started doing all the prep work to get your trailer home. And the last afternoon, you're already half packing and you're starting to do the things and you're changing tires on the rigs and you're getting all the stuff together. And then the morning of, it's anxiety of I want to get on the road. I want to get before these people. It doing the adventures added a day to the trip because you don't do anything. You fish the whole time. We fished, we made breakfast, and when we were done, you throw the keys to the trailer on the table, and you get in your truck and you drive home. And no trailer towing, no worrying about passing somebody during it was the easiest thing in the world. I
Rick,
love it.
There's nothing that gives me more white knuckle than that 395.
Oh,
that 395
yes.
and trailers and
Well, you've seen the
big
weather,
rigs passing you.
and they've had weather on the 395 too.
Yeah.
So it's not easy having a bigger rig, right?
And you throw in the Southern California crowd that, like you said, just wants to pass. And
yeah, dude, we hopped in the car, cruised home. Boys had a great time. Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah, can't recommend it enough. And that Adventures in Camping is what did it for us. I don't have any connection to them other than the show, and that is a from the heart. I know that is the easiest way to enjoy it, and because we've done everything. We've been going up there a lot. We did. We've tented it a bunch. We've Airbnb'd it. We've stayed in cabins. This is it because you get all of the cool amenities, but you're still camping. You get the campfire, you get all the good stuff, and you're in it.
Yeah, you're right there.
The creek is behind us. The Blue Jays and the chipmunks and all that stuff. It's around you. But then when you are done and you want the comforts, the air conditioner's running inside. You go and take a shower afterwards. It's awesome.
We could almost say that Ryan Dorr is almost the Rosie Flowers of the Sierras, right? I mean,
no, Shannon is the Shannon.
Shannon's
That's why she's the Rosie. No. Ryan's the man and the fun guy to talk about fishing and the guy you high five afterwards. No, his lovely wife is the reason it runs so smooth. But if you all that joking aside, it is that reason because she's just like Rosie. their follow-up is like impeccable, and just like Rosie, like she was asking us questions that we didn't think about. She goes, hey, I know you said you might have some friends coming up. You guys want us to throw in a couple of extra camp chairs just in case? Oh yeah, we should probably do that. Hey, you've got the boys coming. We have these like 25-foot square giant like dust mats. Like, the most people don't need them. If you got the boys playing, probably a good idea. It just gives you a barrier where they're not necessarily in the dirt the whole time. Did they played on that thing the whole time? I wouldn't have thought about any of that. Like, it's just people that are so good at their business, like Rosie and like Shannon. They just know all the little things that you don't think about, and they're the reasons that our trip was so good.
So one question that came up was, do they make the reservation at the campsites for you?
It depends on where you're going and what you're doing. You make your reservation, and they will assist you in, like, so there's laws that exist where they can't like book a reservation for you. Okay. But just like Rosie information, like that's how we found all the places we like, was calling them. And we like being a little ways out of town, and we would prefer to have the creek right out our back door. Other people would prefer a nice campground that's in town. So if I want to run to the brewery or run to the grocery store, I can. Some people want to be all the way off the grid. We needed somewhere in between. So they'll assist you into like, hey, if you like this, that, and the other, you should check out campground X, Y, and Z. I really like space 9 at this one. I like space 14 in this one. Yeah. A lot of people stay in space 7 at that one. And then you just go on the website, make the reservation, and say, okay, Shannon, I got it. I'm staying at Lake Mary. I'm in space 14. And then they'll take care of it.
Do they do Bridgeport all the way down to Compton?
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Wow.
I think all the way down to Bishop.
All the way down to Bishop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. A great place. And more than anything, getting to take the boys there was really, really cool. Both of the boys successfully caught Wyatt's now getting to the age where he's fishing, and he caught a bunch of fish, which was really cool. And Waylon, who's our 1-year-old, we were definitely able to say he wound in a couple of trouts. Some dad assistance there, but yeah, we got the job done. It was awesome.
The best.
Oh, it was so good.
Special memories.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, speaking of special memories, the phone lines are absolutely packed up. Everybody's dying to talk Cedros. We're going to jump right into it, Corey.
How about Dave? Dave calling from Anza. Good morning, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Say, Rosie, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed my trips down there. And I got to tell everybody, it's more than a fishing trip. It's an adventure. So, and I particularly love that plane ride down there. I'm a pilot. I flew my own airplane down that Baja coastline, and there's nothing like it. So my question for you, one thing I've always wondered, everything seems to be running so smooth down there. The food, your accommodations, the boats and all that. And here you are on this remote island down in Baja. What are some of the logistics you have to go through at the start of the season and during the season to keep your operation running as smooth as you do?
What a cool question.
It's a great question, because like we were just saying, I was talking about that duck that you all see cruising on top of the water, and there's us pedaling frantically underneath, we purchased so much stuff during the beginning of the season, whether it be, the Gatorades, the waters, new towels, new linens, shampoo, soap, tackle. The tackle room is great now. And there's a few different ways that we do get that stuff down there. All of the stuff the larger stuff gets put on pallets. We literally get a box truck. We drive it down to Guerrero Negro, and we put it on the barges that go over for the salt transport facility. Oh, okay. And then a lot of the stuff will go over that way. Then the crew will pick it up in the trucks. And we do have a storage facility that is offsite that nobody can really see. It's kind of out of town a little ways that we store all that stuff in. Getting freezers down there. We had a couple challenges with freezers this year. Mid-season, we're buying ice machines and freezers, trucking it down to Guerrero Negro to get it across on the salt transport facility. The challenge is it just takes time. We do have a cargo boat, and I don't want to even say it's a ship because it ain't no ship. It is a boat. Wait, I'll show y'all pictures, okay? And it's the first year that I've actually seen the boat. Okay. I keep on asking for pictures of the boat. Well, I finally got pictures of the boat that was bringing waters and Gatorade, whatever that we need, that gets it departs from Ensenada. It's a 3-day trip from Ensenada to Cedros to get all that stuff to the island. So yeah, the logistics are crazy. We are also blessed that we do have one of our coworkers, Luis, that works in the Ensenada area, that'll purchase stuff, whether it need to be at Costco, Walmart, or all of that carne asada that you get the first night, or that grass-fed prime ribeyes that you guys get the last night. All of that comes out of Ensenada, and it goes on the plane and flies to the island. So there's so many different ways to get stuff to that island, and it's all got to work.
Yeah,
it's all got to work. So, even like, the propane and the gas, they won't put it on the same boat.
Right.
Propane goes on one boat,
Right.
Okay.
gas goes on another. So which one's coming this week?
Yeah.
you hope it's the right one.
Yeah, totally.
And you always try to have backup. Trust me. I mean, it's like, fuel comes in 40-gallon barrels, not 55. How many are we going to need?
Yeah.
And getting fuel sometimes can be a challenge. But you know what? We've done pretty darn well.
Make it all work.
We're making it
Yeah,
work.
She brought up the carne asada.
Oh, the carne
Jewel factor.
asada.
That carne asada.
And
is
that's
so good.
That's the traditional opening meal.
Yes.
And it's so fun because it's family style.
It
And
is.
like everybody sits around, and at this point, so many groups have gone together, and it's most. I'm speaking for you, but I'm assuming most of it, what you do is charters at this point, because everybody has such a good time that this was an open trip at this one point, and 4 guys went together and they realized, like, I need to do this forever. I'm just going to take the whole trip. So a lot of times guys are familiar, but there's so many times they're not. The Let's Talk Hookup trip's a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody sits together, everybody's at the big table, everything's family style, and it's, hey man, pass me the tortillas and pass me the carne, and it's so good. It's so
It is
fun.
so good. And it's so fresh, and it's so simple.
Yeah.
The simplicity of it is such a delight to see how they just share everything.
You're killing me,
how
man. I want to be there and
Yeah.
overlooking the water while you're doing all
Yeah.
that.
I gotta
Just-
say one last thing
yeah.
about the food, and we don't want to dwell on, but how on earth can you have amazing ribeyes to finish off the trip, killer carne asada, but how can everybody's favorite meal be a bowl of soup when you're done? How is that possible?
Incredible.
How is it possible that a bowl of soup is still the one that's the best on your mind?
The pozole to me, I love the pozole.
It's
Do you love
so
it?
good.
The meatballs, is that albondigas?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
a lot of people love that one, but I tell you what, the pozole for me does it.
It sounds so silly, but they're the most incredible, tasty.
Dude,
Well, and it's so funny because
good.
I get that hot broth.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had taken all the other stuff out but I was like still dipping, and they were going to take it away. It's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Don't you take that away.
My favorite thing is I don't know the right way to say it, but everybody that's been there is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. You come back from fishing,
Oh,
I know what you're going to say.
the yellowtail sashimi,
yes. Yes.
carpaccio,
Yeah.
whatever
Yes.
the heck. I mean, it is.
I get so many people asking for that
it's
recipe.
incredible.
And you're basically all it is it's sesame oil and some
Yes.
soy, and they
Yeah.
then they doctor it up with some
But it's
onions or
very simple.
cucumbers or something like that. It's
but
very
the
simple.
fresh fish.
So fresh.
Yeah, you're
So-
killing me.
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
So
we're gonna
and
be- listen.
one more thing.
Yeah.
This year we finally figured it out. We
Yeah.
made a deal with the Abalone Lobster
Oh,
Co-op.
no, you didn't.
We have a lobster for everybody
Yeah.
all
How
year.
cool.
Wow.
All year.
Wow,
We
wow.
have
How
lobster.
amazing is
So
that? man?
lobster season just opened up, but from the first trip in May to the last trip, they are
Lobster
having
dinner.
lobster.
Oh.
Their steak and lobster dinner.
Incredible.
That's the final
How does that top it off? Hey, we're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup, man. We got all this stuff to cover. We've got fish reports, your calls, text, and more when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Saturday, November 1st is Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Seminars by saltwater experts, huge raffle to benefit Rollo's kids, great deals on tackle, and top tackle manufacturers like AFTCO. Save huge on AFTCO cyclofluorocarbon, clothing, gaffs, tackle bags, fillet knives, belts, harnesses, and more. It's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 1st.
When you're pursuing big game fish, the right gear is essential. Not just the rod, reel, and line, but the right pair of binoculars too. So upgrade your gear to the best pair of Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right there at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? Fujinon Stabiscopes are the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon TechnoStabi TSX 1440s deliver rock-steady vision even in rough waters, perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they'll be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all in-stock Fujinon binoculars. binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which ones are right for you. They even have compact and lightweight Fujinon stabilized binoculars for your next vacation or hunting trip. You know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars, so get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
Don't be the last one to get one, especially now. The new Brutus Pacific Pro from Ace Line Hauler. You can catch more lobster and pull deeper with the Ace Line Hauler, so you can get those bugs in the boat. Easy to store and low power draw. The Ace Line Hauler is the highest quality and certainly the best on the market. Just ask a friend that has one. Get the new Brutus Pacific Pro by Ace Line Hauler today. Buy now at better fishing stores near you.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from a day and a half to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
Lobster season is here, and success starts with the right gear. And no one does it better than Promar. Based in SoCal, Promar's Ambush Series hoop nets and accessories are trusted by the most dedicated lobster fishermen on the coast. If you're a serious lobster fisherman or a beginner, Promar makes the gear and shares the information you need to be successful on the water. Promar, the name behind more lobster limits than any other. Visit PromarIE.com to gear up today.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and having so much fun in the world headquarters this morning. And God, they're pretty empty down there too, Rick. I mean, we saw the Royal Star unloading, and
yeah, somehow we got it's easy. It's easy for me to get sidetracked when I'm talking Rosie and Cedros and all this stuff. We forgot to mention it happened. Fall happened.
Fall
this
happened.
Week. Yellowfin tuna fishing, absolutely tremendous. There is some I mean, I would say we're probably having some of the best numbers fishing we have had the entire year. Excellent yellowfin tuna fishing, and exactly what it's supposed to be. Fly line, 25-pound, pick out a bait, cast it out, hook one, biting Colt snipers, biting clear poppers. We saw lots of trips, especially the guys that had because it's a little there is some yellowfin that has sprinkled its way all the way up to the local banks, 15, 20 miles from home. The bulk of it is down, certainly overnight range, but really best at day and a half range, Collinet and above, that kind of like 80, 90 miles is where it's the best. Guys that are on multi-day trips, we've seen several boats this week, limits of bluefin and limits of yellowfin.
Incredible.
This was a spectacular week of fishing.
That's exciting as heck, right? But what excites me is you throw a sprinkle of skipjack in there, which you're catching too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dorado.
Right, but I mean, the skipjack doesn't get the luster, right? Doesn't get the limelight. But when you have that in the mix, dude, it adds sparklers to the darn bite.
No
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're in a day and a half, and they're limited out, and they go, well, we can't dig anymore. We're gonna have to go in and go rock fishing to fill out the trip,
right?
Right, because we still got so much time. And it's like you look at the offload, that's a nice selection of fish down there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, life is good, and I know somebody's report that is going to be very good this week because I know there's some great fishing. As our bro Marcos over at C4, we got him standing by this morning, Corey.
We do, and it's brought to us by Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. It's a place to fill up your car, truck, and boat with the lowest gas and diesel prices. And did you know it's also the place to get your lowest prices on ice and snacks for your trip? Over 40 snacks, all at 89 cents. I know one of Pete's favorites is that ice cream, right? That Haagen-Dazs. Right? Don't tell Lolly.
If you don't know how to get to Summit, you can literally follow me after the show. I was questioning if I had enough fuel to make it, and I was bound and determined to not give an extra 40 cents to the quarter station by my house, and I made it on fumes. So
my God.
Just so you can make it
I will
to
be
Summit.
directly going to Summit afterwards. It's 40. I looked. It's 40 cents cheaper a gallon than my.
That's
40
unbelievable.
Cents, that's real money.
It's crazy. And ice is nearly half the price of other places, and only $3.99 for a 25-pound bag. And I can't believe they're still offering this. 100 pounds of free ice with a 35-gallon fill-up. It's Summit Gasoline only at the San Diego Sports Arena. And, man, it's a place to do it. And I'm sure Marcos has got a little bit of skipjack to add to the equation here. Good morning, Marcos.
What's up, Marcos?
Good morning, guys. And, actually, we did have a few skipjack in the count over the last couple of days here. So definitely some great fishing. A little inconsistent at times, especially on those full day trips. They're struggling a bit. Some great days, seeing bluefin and yellowtail on the full days. Half days still really good. Seeing a lot of yellowtail, bonita in the mix. A lot of twilight on Friday night, 110 bonito. Or I'm sorry, Thursday night. And last night was actually our last twilight.
Wow.
Yeah, limits of bonito.
Crazy.
But unfortunately, that one has
That's
come to a
crazy.
close. We made it through September on the twilight, you know,
Right.
and it's really nice to see that twilight regaining its popularity. There's a while there where it kind of fell out of favor, but we'll be right back at it next season with that, and hopefully it just continues as good there. Like I said, the half days, full days, pretty good fishing there. The longer trips, definitely some really good fishing with those bluefin, a lot of yellowfin in the mix, and skipjack, actually some dorado in the mix also. So all around great fishing. Check the website, seaforthlanding.com. We still got plenty of trips going out. You can see the full schedule up there, those half days, full days, day and a half, 2 days, some 1 days in the mix there. And you can make all those reservations online. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Come down, visit in person, say hi, grab a burrito next door, make sure your gear's all ready to go because fishing's still pretty solid right now. And I think it'll continue for a bit here. And not a surprise, we've seen it pretty consistently over the last decade. So September and October is great fishing. So I wouldn't put away the gear yet and plan on some more great fishing. Make your reservations and get out there.
That's it, man.
Saying it good, man.
It's the fall. Like
Right?
this is just what we wait for, Marcos. Good weather, great fishing, variety. There's still nighttime bluefin to be had on jigs. There's still big, trophy bluefin to be had. Kite fishing. There's numbers fishing. You can catch a yellowfin on the popper. Like you can go west, you can go south, you can go northwest of the Cortez. Like all of those things are at an option right now. Like this is the time that we live for. I'm with you. Not only not put the rods away. Like this is prime time as far as I'm concerned.
And just to kind of reflect that, I know it seems like, hey, September, October, the season's waning. Reservations are still a very, very good idea on these trips because we have this time of season, we have a lot of charters Thursday, Friday, Saturday through the weekend there, which kind of limits open party options. So definitely make reservations, even though it might seem like it's slowing down, it's really not.
Yep.
No, absolutely.
Well said, Marcos. Well, a great report as always, brother. We appreciate it very much, and we'll look forward to talking to you next Saturday.
Talk to you then, guys.
Oh,
Thanks,
man,
Marcos.
a great report. And it was brought to us by the Fish Pros of Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. It's where you get your premier processing experience. You can check out the easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. And with more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. They have more same-day capacity and the finest customer service. You can stop by the location in Old Town on Taylor Street, or just check them out at fishermansprocessing.com. And don't forget to make your reservation today.
No doubt about that. Speaking of C4 sport fishing and all the great stuff going on there, we had a lot of fun the last time you and I got to do the show together when we had Brant from Charlie's Landing come down.
I knew you were going. Man,
got the full sample of everything they do, and just what an awesome spot if you're going fishing at a Seaforth, especially if you're doing one of those overnight trips, to not have to worry about stopping by and grabbing fast food on your way down, knowing that you can get killer quality right there at Seaforth at Charlie's.
Or Rick, if you've got a charter group, right? Like most of those boats, unless you're fortunate enough to be on the Pizza Port, right? Sponsored trip on the Tribute, right? Where they offer that kind of stuff. Most trips, all of them don't really offer anything on the way out. So if you've got a charter group and you want to fulfill the need to feed 20 or 25 people.
That was one of the things that I was blown away on. It's not necessarily just food on the Charlie's Landing menu. That's like Brant's background. He's a high-end caterer, to groups of over 1,000 or more. Like that is like what they do. So if you've got a charter group going ahead of time, he'll cater what you want. You want ribs, you want barbecue, you want whatever. Like you can get a hold of him. Hey, I got 20 guys. I got a charter on the Cortez. We're going next Thursday night. Can you have it ready for me? You show up for your charter at 6 o'clock. There's everything in aluminum trays ready to go. You'll have dinner for all 20 of your guys. Whatever the scenario is, from just getting a burger and a beer and getting your first beer for $1 because you got a ticket going out of Seaforth, to full charter prep. They got everything. Those guys are killing it. I'm really stoked to see it. And
I'm excited to get over there and try the smash burger, man.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, Charlie's Landing, go check them out right next door to C4 Sport Fishing. Let's jump right back into those phones, Corey.
Let's do it, Rick. How about Tim? Tim calling us from Northridge. Good morning. Appreciate you joining us on Let's Talk Hookup, Tim.
What's up, Tim?
Good morning, gentlemen and Rosie.
Good morning.
I just want to comment on our annual trip that Rosie takes care of us. I take clients, they come from across the country to come, and the main thing, the common theme is the no hassle Rosie factor. No hassle.
Preach.
And that's what our group terms it. Talk about customer service. On our, obviously the trip, the fishing was fabulous. We've never seen a white sea bass school like mackerel, all 25 to 30 pound fish. My clients from Georgia got 2 big black sea bass that were released and just had an excellent time. But no one surpasses Rosie and her customer service. On the way back, we mishandled a bag. That was our fault. Rosie's comment to me was, I'm going to track that bag down and find it. Before we got them back them up to LAX airport that same day, he got a call from Rosie. Rosie told him, I found your bag and I will get it to you back to Georgia. So kudos to Rosie and her entire crew. I think the best thing that we like about not only the fishing, the lodge, but it's the people of the town. And that's who we've fallen in love with, her entire group that she's put together and the friendships that we've made throughout the years. And also congratulations to Sandra, who is now the school principal. So next year we are bringing down a ton of school supplies for her to pass out at her discretion.
How cool,
is this?
Tim.
I love this. That's
Right?
rad. Great job, Tim.
Yep.
Yeah, well said, man.
And just to let you know, Tim, Sid received his box yesterday. I tracked it all the way back there. So
wow, incredible
I love
stuff,
it, man.
Tim.
Great
Yeah,
story, Tim.
For sure. We're gonna have to hear more about Sandra. I want to know how Sandra is affiliated with Cedros Sport Fishing.
she's our hostess at Lodge 2.
Incredible. Now, principal. Hey, we're gonna be right back. More of that. We're gonna say goodbye to 97.3 The Fan. We're gonna be on the Let's Talk Hookup app when we return, not only on the YouTube and Facebook Live. We're gonna be right back with Rosie from Cedros Sport Fishing.
3 kayaks, 6 surfboards, 10 rods, and 1 truck bound for Baja. That's where my brother and I's most recent quest into the Baja Peninsula began. In search of waves, that's where my brother and I's most recent quest into the Baja Peninsula began. In search of waves, fish, and fun. We are able to transport all the kayaks, rods, and boards without straps due to the easy transportation of the Hobie iTrack inflatable kayaks. We brought a tandem and 2 singles, the I-9 and 11, and they were totally enough to get all 6 of the boys onto some of the best halibut and grouper fishing of their lives. Now, you might be thinking, 3 kayaks? I thought a tandem and 2 singles would only be able to fit 4 people. Well, a simple lawn chair on the back of the kayak was enough to turn the 2 single kayaks into tandems. Catching upwards of 100 fish a day in the mangroves, ranging from 15-pound grouper to tons of legal halibut, we had our fill and headed back to the States. Check out the full video of this trip on our YouTube channel, Fastlane SC, or come by our shop in Mission Bay and check out a Hobie inflatable kayak. See you soon.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
Looking for the ultimate Alaska fishing experience and the best value in Alaska? Look no further than Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. A trip to Kingfisher includes everything you need to make your experience legendary. The finest fishing fleet in Sitka with the best captains, deluxe accommodations, gourmet food, world-class fish processing, and the best part, it's all included for one amazing price. Kingfisher is Let's Talk Hookup's most popular destination. Hundreds of listeners have experienced Kingfisher Charters, and most go back again and again. You have probably heard a lot of big promises from other Alaska lodges, only to find there were lots of hidden charges. Not Kingfisher. Everything is included. 10-hour fishing days, your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, and fishing gear. All you bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. Kingfisher Charters, your Alaska fishing destination. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Power your boat with Norsk Lithium, the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Our batteries deliver unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power, packed with cutting-edge technology like Deep Sleep to eliminate phantom draw. Built with rugged BCI-compliant cases, they're designed to handle the toughest conditions on the water. Stay in control with the Norsk Guardian app. Monitor performance, track battery health, and unlock advanced features right from your phone. Charge with confidence using Evotech onboard and DC-to-DC chargers for fast, efficient, and hassle-free power management. Designed for maximum compatibility, these chargers keep your entire system running at peak performance, so you're always ready for the next trip. With a 10 plus 2-year non-prorated warranty, you can trust your batteries to perform for years to come. Our industry-leading warranty ensures you get the most out of your investment. With dedicated customer support if you ever need it. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your custom system at norsklithium.com or visit Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood. Norsk Lithium. No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered.
Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sanden.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app, as well as Facebook and YouTube Live. Having a fantastic time. We got the boss, Rosie Flowers, is in the house from Cedros Sport Fishing. Been having a fantastic first hour here, enjoying everything that there is to enjoy about talking Cedros, our favorite spot, the amazing customer service, the amazing fishing, all the sea bass. And, Rosie always joins us with her great better half, her husband, Jeff, affectionately known as RH, Rosie's husband, who's a little under the weather today. So taking his place, another person who bleeds Cedros Sport Fishing. And that's our good buddy, Wayne, who today is RH number 2. As you can see from his Let's Talk Hookup hat, he's perfectly showing there, RH2. And yeah, just came in to talk Cedros and have some fun with us. Pete Gray, as you heard from the first hour, not joining us this morning. He's out in Montana keeping those trout honest and having a good time. But man, Corey, it's been a fun show hanging with you and talking Cedros, and I just can't wait to do it for another hour.
Yeah, and this whole next hour is all via the text. And if you're listening to us on the Let's Talk Hookup app, you can see right there, it says text to show, send us a question, send us a comment. We are giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses. I can't believe this, man. We give away the coolest stuff on this show. And it's a pair of Costa Reefton Pros, which come with the gray frame and the gray silver mirror, the 580 glass lens. And that's going to one lucky caller or texter.
So cool. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A great pair. It's my favorite combo, that silver mirror gray. It's a really good everyday pair of glasses, and just that Reefton Pro, the Pro Series from Costa. What more do you say about it? All of the things they've added, the earpieces are rubberized. They're not affected by sunblock. There's a lot of venting in there, so when you're hot, your lenses don't fog up for you. The nose piece is adjustable, so they kind of fit everybody.
So cool.
It's great pair of shades from Costa.
And coming via text, Chris Barrick has sent a photo of his personal best 48-pound yellowtail from Cedros Sport.
Wow,
right?
That's cool.
Fished
Chris
with Jim Edwards back in the day, and just a friend of the show, and listening to us down at the East Cape, Las Barillas.
That's awesome.
Wanted to say hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Chris. That's killer. Well, the phones were packed during that hour, and the texts are sure packed too. And we're going to start the text round off here with a great text question from Darren in Menifee. It says, "Hey Rick, Corey, Wayne, and Rosie. A big welcome back to Rosie. If I come down with my dad and 2 kids, is it possible that the 4 of us can squeeze into one room? Can we squeeze into a single ponga, or do you really recommend that we split 2? Also, is there extra cost involved with the kids? All that good stuff." Darren in Menifee.
All right, Darren in Menifee. So here's a scoop. I got you covered. So at Lodge 1, we have a 2-bedroom suite. So, and it's got like a little family room area in there, the little bar, refrigerator area in there. And that's a great place for 4 people. If you're at Lodge 2, the rooms are huge. I would just put another bed in. They are, aren't they? They're and I would put another bed in one of the rooms so you guys could all be together. But I would definitely recommend Lodge 1 with the 2-bedroom suite. One thing that's really great about our pongas is they are all super pongas, 28 feet on up to over 32 feet are the pongas. And a few of those pongas we fish 4 on. Well, you can see pictures of us 4 on the bow, all catching surface iron. So I would
not an adult and 2 kids, but 4 adults all fishing.
Yes.
Trying to convince your pongero to fish with you as a 5th, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that we have like 3 pongas at Lodge 1 and 2 pongas at Lodge 2 that will easily fish 4. And I say keep the family together.
That's so rad.
Keep the family together. Absolutely. So I've got a family of 4 going down on Tuesday. Grandfather with his daughter, son, and a grandson going down. And they're all fishing on Javier's ponga. And they are staying in the Casita 1 and 2.
What
it
is cool. That's
So-
a beautiful way to do it.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's about the perfect answer.
Right?
Yeah, good
And
call.
there you have it, Darren and Menifee.
Have fun,
We're
Darren.
going to continue on with the fish report. We've got our fishdope.com reporter. We've got Mr. Mark Wish, our private boater buddy, and it's brought to us by Gamakatsu. And if you like to fish for tuna and you're not using Gamakatsu hooks, you're missing the bites. And their 720 heavy duty assist hook is the one for the nighttime jigging. For bait fishing, nothing beats a Nautilus circle hook. And they come in sizes as small as a number 4 and all the way up to a 6/0. And for the big fish, a Nautilus HD is tough enough, but not oversized. See your local dealer or check gamakatsu.com. And we're going to continue.
Yeah,
We've got him.
We got the man, Captain Mark Wish of Pacific Edge, on the line. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Ricky, Corey, Rosie, Wayne. Great show this morning. A lot of fun stuff. And hey, I got to tell you guys, for the first report of our fall season here, pretty exciting that we got some new players in that offshore mix showing up. Yeah, it's cool. We'll talk about that in just a moment there. So on the local scene, much of the story remains the same. A lot of sculpin and rockfish and a few bass mixed in. You know, a lot of the bonita, barracuda, yellowtail up here in the local situation. It just didn't happen. Probably not going to, but, you know, we'll see. But I was out yesterday moving my friend's new boat from Long Beach to his new home in Dana Point. And that's exactly the mix of local fish that we had. I fished a couple spots in really shallow at Huntington Beach, and the second one up very shallow. We had just an absolute blast. Virtually nothing on the sardines, slow pick on the plastic, sorry to say, Corey, but absolutely wide open on white bucktails. Don't ask me why. Who the hell knows what fish do, but I'm telling you, the white bucktails creeped along the bottom. We murdered the giant sculpin, shallow water rockfish, and a few bass thrown in for good measure. It was just really fun stuff. And again, we're breaking in a new boat there. And I cannot believe the size of the sculpin that are in there in 6 fathoms of water stacked up like cordwood on the bottom. It was crazy. But who knows? Never know what them fish are doing. Nothing from Nicholas or SBI on the outside this week, and really nothing changing at Catalina. Same setup, different week. You know, all the kelpine critters are biting. Squid's still backside east and plenty of it. A few big yellowtails scattered around, you know, on the east end proper and the deep structure spots up the back. But pretty much song remains the same there at Catalina's. At Clemente, now those big yellows on the bait grounds in the cove there still biting really well. I saw a lot of pictures from the guys that fished in the War Heroes on Water tournament. There was a lot of those tournament boats mounted up in the cove there, and some of them did quite well. And man, the size of that yellow in there is just stupendous. So heavy tackle there for sure, guys. And offshore, now this is where we're seeing some changes, some exciting stuff happening. A couple different areas to talk about. There's a mix of bluefin, a few yellow fins, and occasional dorado and yellow on a kelp from the inner area, which is around outside of the 302 down toward the 371. There's some fish there. But the big news, the breaking news, is that lower zone, you know, and it's a road trip, man. Upper edge is like 80 miles, kind of around that lower 500 like that. But big schools, the yellowfin tuna's in there with a few skipjack and a few dorados. And, what's really nice hearing from some of the boats yesterday is that the yellowfins are biting jigs, and it's just so fun to troll through, get a double or triple, throw a few dippers of bait, have the stuff come up to the corner, and it's just game on. And that's
Preach
what
on
they're seeing
that,
on that
buddy.
yellowfin. Yeah.
Preach. Nothing better than hearing your clicker
Yeah.
go off.
Well, speaking of that, Ricky, I got to have a little shameless plug. We got to take a little sidebar here. So yesterday, like I mentioned, we're moving my friend's new boat, which is it's not new to him. It's a 30-foot skipjack, which is one of the coolest small boats ever made anywhere for an offshore guy. It's the biggest small flybridge twin diesel boat made, and he's fortunate enough to get the second to the last one ever made. They only made 41. This is number 40. It's in great shape. So we're moving the boat down, and we went in and fished a little bit off Huntington Beach, and then kind of tacked outside toward the 14 and trolled along for a little bit, with the marlin jigs out, and then finally had to turn in toward Dana because it was getting late. And just that southeast blew like hell in the morning. It was lumpy. It was not nice. And but that southeast typically backs off, which it had, and the seas were laying down, which they did, and the sun was shining, which was nice because we were getting rained on an hour previous. And the clicker went off, and we had our first marlin strike of the season on the new boat. Yeah,
Nice.
We had him on for a couple of jumps. Yeah, he jumped off after a couple of jumps there, but oh man, did that get us all fired up? As you know, that marlin fishing is near and dear to my heart. We got off to an early, nice start on Mike's new boat there. This is going to be so much fun.
It's a great way to break her in. Sculpin to stripers, man. You guys are getting the job done.
We paint with a broad brush, buddy.
That's right. That's right. I get such a chuckle out of that because that was my routine. And Rosie and I were mentioning it during your report. Sculpin is like literally one of, if not my favorite things to eat. And there's little that's better than a sculpin fish taco. And we used to do a ton of marlin fishing. And whenever that fish was south, we were like the only marlin boat that, like, as routine, would never come back home. We would always stop on the little ridge of the rock pile there, and we would always pull one of our mackerel out for that we had in the tank for catching a striper, and we would always at least take home a half a dozen sculpin to have dinner that night. And it's like your whole story just brought a big smile to my face, Mark. It was one of my favorite memories of, we were the only boat that we may or may not have released a marlin a day, but we always had a half a dozen sculpin coming home.
Isn't that awesome? Being able to do all that stuff. We're so blessed here. Where that marlin was, and I really didn't see much sign of fish. I mean, we're not seeing hardly any bait, a little bit of birds, and it didn't really look good. But man, that water in there was 71.5 and absolutely purple blue.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
God, if any of those lonesome yellowfin wander up this way, they're going to have nice water conditions to hang out at. Hope they'll find a little bait. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's this week's report, guys.
I'm a glass half full guy and always have been, but God, I mean, the setup for our fall is so good this year.
It's looking
that
really
yellowfin
good.
has really made its way up. The conditions are right. There's bait around. There's still that bluefin out to the west, but now we've got the new players in the game. I'm really, really liking what we have going on, Mark. I think we're in for a real good one here the next few weeks.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Awesome.
Time to go fishing, guys.
Great job,
And
Mark.
it's nice weather.
Oh, bring it on.
Imagine that.
Please.
Hey, a fantastic report as always, buddy. If somebody wants to keep in touch with you, find out where the best bait tanks in the world are located, or just get that great information from Pacific Edge, how do we find you, Mark?
Ricky, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger. Phone number is area code 714-840-4262. The website is pacificedgetackle.com. And seriously, guys, go fishing. There's
There you
a
go.
lot of cool stuff going on.
Seriously, go.
Take care.
I like it. Great job, Mark. Talk to you next week, buddy.
You got it. See
Thanks
ya.
a lot for that.
Such a great report, man.
The best.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that yellowfin coming up, please, man.
We're in
Like
good shape.
we've had this tropical weather for the last 2 weeks, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, where is it? Like,
You
please.
feel it. Yeah.
Right.
Boy, and if you want to keep in touch with what's going on, you want to track that weather, you want to track that great fishing, there's no better source than fishdope.com. You can save $30 off of a new membership to fishdope.com by using the code Hookup now. It's all lowercase, no space. Saves you $30 off of a new membership. And
Yeah, it's good, Corey. This weather, you can feel it. It's got that tropical mugginess in the air down here. We're right at the headquarters overlooking Fisherman's Landing, and you can feel it. It's yellowfin time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, no doubt.
And popper fishing? Come
You
on.
got it. Well, the
Yeah.
texts are absolutely packed solid for
Yes.
Rosie. I wanted to read a fun one here from Dave in Mission Viejos. Good morning, Rick, Corey, Wayne, and Rosie. Big kudos to Rosie and Rick. My son and I fished Cedros for the first time last July. Rosie made the CBX process super easy. Rick dialed us in with MC swim baits in Rosie's famous Christmas tree plastic color. I wanted to say that I caught my personal best, a 55-pound yellow on an Aftco Blue Fever swimmer in the mint and white color. Those things catch absolutely everything.
Yep.
The lodge food was awesome, especially the pozole. Thanks again to Rosie and the whole crew from Cedros Sport Fishing for making an amazing experience. We cannot wait to go back.
Right on, Dave. Dave and his son Brian.
I want to be there, man.
There's 50 texts that are just like Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, like trying to pick the ones to read are so tough. They're all, every text that's come through is
Are
an amazing
incredible.
fish story. Rosie's the best. I
Yeah.
love Cedros. Can't wait to go back. I caught this big white sea. It's like they're all the same text.
Well,
I
and
love
because
this.
of Dave catching that that fish on that Aftco swimmer.
Yes.
Of course, I had to get some for my husband. So thanks, Dave, because he said every cast that thing got hit. Every cast.
They work. And I've used them down there.
Yep.
And Robbie Gant.
Yep.
He's the man. Like
He is.
He was the one that was a part of like the Shimano wax wing
Yeah,
kind
no
of
doubt.
thing and brought the technology over to Aftco and
Yeah.
brought the mindset and put it all together. It's got no wings. You look at it and you're like, how does this thing swim? The
great.
best thing he did right out of the box, it's got 4X hooks and
Yeah.
split
Oh,
rings.
the hardware is
So
perfect.
Yeah.
you're paying $2 more for a lure that you don't have to put
$5 hooks on.
Exactly.
$6
Yeah.
worth of hardware on.
It's set up right to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, they
That's
did
the
it
way to
right.
do it.
Totally. This was a text that should be read along with that, Corey, and it wasn't fair for him to not get in. It's from Derek in Lake Elsinore. Says, Good morning. This is always one of my most favorite shows of the year on Let's Talk Hookup. I wanted to ask Rosie if there's been any new lures that have been successful at catching yellows or calicos this year that somebody might want to add to their tackle box when they come down to Cedros. It was from Derek. in Lake
And that would be
Elsinore.
the one.
Totally.
The Aftco
Absolutely. Yeah, the Aftco swimmer.
And I saw
mint white.
Right, exactly. And I saw
green.
Well,
I think it's
the green and white, but the silver one also.
Oh.
work. They both work. I mean, we threw them. We didn't have enough of them. Obviously, everybody wanted to grab them out of my tackle box. But they're right. You throw that, you are going to get hit every time.
And it's a kind of lure. Like you don't have to be the surface iron guru,
No.
Reggie, the Mission Bell Mafia.
There's
kind of
my
guy, right?
Reggie. That's my boy.
You literally
Absolutely.
just.
I know.
It's the kind of lure you can cast and wind
Chuck
in your
the
bit.
line, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I've seen a couple texts I want to bring up from Cheer in
Oh,
Cardiff.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's wondering about the weedless baits and the rigging.
yeah.
And he missed a few bites and wants to improve his. I got one thing to say. One thing to say about it. Come down to Tackle Day.
Hey.
There you go, Cheer.
We'll lay it out. Is it November 1st?
Saturday, November 1st.
There it is. And I'll be there. You can. We'll talk the entire time about it. It's a passion of mine. I love doing it. I will help you increase your hook sets. I promise you.
There you go, Cheer. Looks like you got
Yeah.
a date with Corey.
Right?
Is it hook? Is it rigging? Is
Yes.
it line? Is it cadence? Is it knowing when to pause or swing or not? Like
All of that together,
Okay.
Rick. Seriously. And some of the worst things, too tight to the lure.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
like an unforgiving rod
Yeah.
pointed right at the lure
Right.
is your worst enemy.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could talk
That's a
with Cardiff, with Cheer from Cardiff. I could
Yeah.
talk with him for hours about it because it's something I do, and I've made all the mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, let me clear it up for you for sure.
The other thing that I really like talking weedless with you is
Yeah.
I would bet if you look at the four people in this room, Rosie and Wayne and myself, probably 90% of the time when we're fishing an MC swim bait, are fishing a lead head and a swim bait.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
a front eye tied, whether it be a boxer or a war bait or some sort of front eye tied lead head and traditional swim bait. And the fourth person in this room is almost never fishing a lead head and swim bait.
It's my least favorite.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is. It's my least favorite, Rosie. Like,
That's so funny.
but it's the
So
weedless.
ironic,
It's
yeah.
like dictating and watching. It's like yellowtail the surface iron. It's
Yeah.
why we go to Cedros
Oh,
Sport
it
Fishing,
is.
right?
Totally.
Like you can watch and dictate the bite.
Yeah.
And it's where my heart and my passion is creating things, right? I mean,
But that's why I'm so stoked to hear your call to cheer is do that. Go to Tackle Day. Go to the few events that you get a chance to talk to Corey, because I know that I could up my game with that. And the reason I said, is it line, is it hooks, is it style, is because I know that type of fishing, there's a lot of links in the chain. And when you get every link going the same direction, that's when it's the best. And it doesn't mean you won't catch them if your hook is good but not perfect, or your line is good but not perfect. You'll still catch a few, but you'll probably have the same experience that Cheer is having, where you're getting bites, but you're not taking as advantage as you could. But get all your ducks in a row via Corey, and then go smash on.
Just come down. Seriously, Tackle Day, November 1st.
I dig it.
I mean, at 7 a.m. to how late does it go? 3, 1?
So yeah, we have everybody out the door. Our last raffle's over by 3 o'clock. We do that because we invite a lot of vendors down. There's over 25 vendors that come down, and we want to make sure that we have a great day and a fun day, but we're not keeping them forever. So the event, quote unquote, is over at 3 o'clock. Fun day, early, easy. The sale opportunities last the entire day that we're open. So, you can still take advantage of all the sale pricing until 6 or 7 o'clock whenever we close for the night. But it's still 3 o'clock. Official kickoff is at 9 a.m. Official close is at 3 p.m. But our doors at the store open at 6. So from 6 to 6, you can still get all the deals. But 9 to 3.
And a lot of those things are buy 2, get 1 free. I mean, a
ton of them.
A ton
of them. It is the one. It's mine and Doug's big thing of the year. It sounds BS-y and all those things, but it's
not at all. Are you kidding me? But buy 2, get 1 free.
No, I mean that there's a lot of sales that we participate in, and we love going to the shows. We love trying to put together as best of a deal as we can through all these things. But really, Tackle Day is the one where we pull out all the stops. Tackle Day is the only thing where we save things throughout the year that we could have sold for more money, and we save them just for this event. The biggest example that I'm probably not supposed to talk about, but I'm going to anyways, is Talica 20s. So all of the first generation Talica 20s, when they left, the move would have been, we'll just take 10 or 20 bucks off of the price, because now they're the first gen, not the second gen, and then just sell them throughout the year. We could have done that, and we would have made more money, but we really want Tackle Day to be a special thing for everybody. So we saved all of ours. And now we are going to sell them for way less money than what we could have sold them throughout the year to make the event a big deal. Make it a draw, make it a reason to come down. You're going to be able to get a TAC 20 for under $500.
Wow.
At Tackle Day.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, so it's things like that. We save a lot of stuff throughout the year that we probably could have sold for more money, but we really want the event to be special. So we do it up.
Rick, I'm looking forward to being there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, buddy.
Saturday.
Well, and RH1 just sent a text, and remember how I said we don't need any tackle? He goes, "We're going to Tackle Day."
So he's well enough to.
He's well enough. Absolutely, we're going to Tackle Day, and the raffles you guys have are great. Jeff and I, 2 or 3 years ago, we got. In the raffle, and we got a rod holder, the whirligig rod. It holds so much, so many rods. Love it.
When we only have room for a small event of vendors, which is a bummer to us, because there's a lot more people who ask to come than we just get to have space for. And it's a first right of refusal. And their only requirements are that they participate, and they have to donate one of their products to the raffle. All the money goes to Friends of Rollo. So we have a big raffle, but every vendor that's there is required to give something to that raffle. And again, it's the same deal. It's just, the idea is just have a cool event that's free to come to, that hopefully you'll save a bunch of money when you buy your gear, and just,
it's a fun day.
Celebrate fishing. Yeah, it's
a fun day with
your
buds.
We try to raise a bunch of money for Rollo.
And how could we talk about it for this long and not even mention that Mike Lum and Friends of Rollo are actually set up there, man?
Yeah, Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea will be there with their pickup box, and they're selling their tickets for the Rado Week right now. So that's going on right now for the Rado Week, and those tickets will go till the first drawing's November 6th. But there's a great special, right? Because if you buy the 4 tickets for $100, you get a 5th ticket free, and you get in the drawing for the Carl Newell personal rod and a Newell 338. So there's all that going on top of that pickup. I mean, anybody who does the pickup box knows you're going to get your value back in your money.
Yeah.
It's just such a phenomenal event. and it's raising money to take kids fishing. You couldn't do a better cause.
Yep, no doubt about it. It's gonna be a fun one.
Wayne, you wear so many hats, man.
He does. He does.
Yeah, thank
He's
God
so
Wayne's here.
knowledgeable on it all, man.
Well,
Incredible.
I had another fun text
Yeah.
I wanted to read. It says, hello, this is Malachi and Joey from the Mission Bell Mafia.
Yes.
I just wanted to say thanks to Rosie and the team for always taking care of us. She made a dream come true for my son. Words cannot express the amazing fine-tuned Cedros sport fishing, or how they run that fine-tune operation. Once again, thank you for an amazing experience. We're preparing for next season. We'll see you in July. of
Yep,
26.
you bet. Joey Malachi.
Super
Awesome.
cool, right?
Good people. Absolutely good
And-
people. Take your kids fishing. There you go.
Right?
Took his kid fishing.
And I actually have another text, Rick, and we've been talking all this killer food and all this good stuff, and this one comes from Catherine and Carson. Good morning, guys. My husband listens to the show religiously and is trying to get me to go fishing with Rosie. My question is about the food that you guys serve. I don't eat seafood, so what else do you guys have on the menu? And thanks again, Catherine.
Yeah, believe it or not, I don't want to say there's probably less seafood than there is other stuff, but the first night is always a traditional carne asada dinner. The last night is always a ribeye. We've added lobster to that. One thing I'm trying to get the girls to make more of, because I love them, are the chili rellenos.
Yes.
Those are so good down there, aren't they? We also have like the mochaca tortas.
Yeah.
The soup, I would say the pozole soup. The other soup is those meatballs in that albondiga soup are actually
incredible.
fish meatballs.
Yeah.
You're
By the
right.
way, I don't know if you guys know that or
Yeah.
not. But you know what? The girls work with you, because if there's something because we do get food allergies or shellfish allergies, you just need to let me know that you don't eat fish, and the girls have got you covered.
Chili Achilles in the morning.
Oh, the chili quiles in the
My
morning.
favorite.
Killing me.
So
I love it.
good.
I
Love
mean,
it.
you could just go down there and eat tortillas and butter the whole time and be fine. You know?
Yeah.
And how is it that you have to travel to the most remote island in Baja?
To get the best tortillas
That is exactly, right?
Oh,
Like, how
Ever.
does that? How is there a tortilla? I can't even say it. I have a wife from Mexico, and I can't even say
the
tortilla.
right? But it is crazy. Those tortillas have literally been flown back to Pennsylvania for my daughter when she was in college. Mom, they don't have good tortillas here. Can you get me some tortillas from the island?
Yeah.
And I would send tortillas. I have a stack in my freezer. They freeze well.
Yeah, they
they
do.
thaw well. I made chicken enchiladas this week with tortillas from the
I
island.
just used up my last of the frozen ones.
It's one of the things that we send for people all the time too. Like I always send a box of like fun stuff to our buddy Simon up in Alaska
Yeah.
every year. Like we put in.
Don't tell
we
me
put
to
in-
send them the tortillas.
Always.
Come on.
It's like the biggest. It's
Yeah.
the biggest hit. You know, if you live in Southeast Alaska, you get big puffy Mission tortillas.
Yeah.
That taste like eating a paper towel.
Yes.
You know, like you send those, a bunch of avocados, some carne asada, pollo asada, some tri-tips. You know, just like stuff that's like Southern California thing, chilies. You know that in the off season you don't get in
Wow.
Southeast Alaska. It's like the
What
it's
a
like
cool
the box
treat.
of gold. Yeah.
Wow.
We keep a big stack of those in our chest freezer. And we enjoy them throughout the year. But yeah, anytime we're sending something fun to
Wow.
somebody in a different state, a bag of those tortillas always go in.
Like somebody listening that's going down, how do do they deliver them? Do we travel over there? How do they?
So basically, I mean, you bring them home with
Yeah,
you.
right.
And
It's a part of your weight.
it is a part. Well, it depends.
But it's
you
worth
could
it.
take them on. You could take them on, but put them in your backpack.
Yeah.
But they travel well, they freeze well, they thaw well. I have a neighbor that's like 2 ranches over from me. He's from Mexico City, and I shared some with him, and he came back and said, "Where did you get these?
Yeah.
Right.
These are the best tortillas I've ever had." He's from Mexico City.
Wow.
He says they're just the best.
Incredible.
But yeah, and what we like to do is if you do want tortillas to go home with you, it's really best to get them the day before, because if for some reason it falls on a Sunday, it's not
good to know.
open,
Yeah.
and then you're going to be really disappointed. So make sure that you tell the host or the hostess that you want to go home with tortillas so that we can make sure that we get.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
You get the little tour of their little factories. Pretty
Oh,
cool,
is that
too.
the
Like,
crazy
yeah.
little thing? Those
Yeah.
little cups that go up?
Yeah,
and
it's awesome.
That's the greatest thing ever.
They're fresh. They're hot. It's hard not to eat them on the plane on the way home,
Yes.
right? Because they're in my backpack, right?
Yeah.
And I'm traveling with them going, I got to get these home. They got to go in the freezer. I need to store these and savor
Yeah.
them, right? They're so good.
And then you just heat up a pan.
Oh.
Don't put anything in the pan.
No.
because there's, trust me, enough lard in those tortillas. That you put that tortilla in the pan and you flip it, and then it puffs up again. It's fresh and fast.
So good, dude.
Talking
I'm ready.
such good times,
I'm ready.
right?
And another fun text. Good morning, fishing family. Longtime listener and a first-time texter. Question is for Wayne, Corey, and Rosie. If you had to pick one lure to fish at Cedros, what would it be? I need color, weight, size, etc. Also, Corey, what's the right size leader to pair with everything? That's from David in Chula Vista.
Wow.
It's going to be that new Blue Fever swimmer jig right now. It's
a
hot
good
jig.
all-around lure.
Yeah, and it's the smaller one, not the bigger one. It's going to be most versatile as far as a hard jig is concerned. I mean, obviously, we're going to go with swim bait. It's going to be Corey's MC swim baits. And Corey can tell you which one is the best there.
I mean, I like the larger weedless. I like to weed out the.
I thought you were going to say the slug, that yellow slug.
Well, the slug too. I mean, that's a fun. I've got too many cool things, right?
I mean, you really do.
He's right.
If I make it, it's because I love fishing it, right? I mean, except the 5-inch on a lead head kind of thing. But if it wasn't something I made, it would definitely be either a surface iron or the AFCO swimmer. Like that's, and they don't add much weight to your thing either,
right?
And the backup to the hard bait after the AFCO jig is going to be either a something like the Shimano Colt Sniper style jig, or now even AFCO makes a crossbreed, a hard metal jig. So the hard metal jig, because you can work water column with it, and sometimes you want to go vertical, sometimes you want to work mid column. So if you want to be able to have two jigs that can work all of that, those two jigs are probably the best right now.
What's Rick's favorite?
One lure for me, if we were being realistic and I had one, it'd be a 2-fish jigs in the 270 size in probably like a mint, like a mint color 270.
You could get it all done.
Only because you would catch everything. You'd catch calico bass, you'd catch your yellows,
everything.
you'd catch a sea bass.
You can let it sink out and flutter it.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
could
So
do a
my
lot.
favorite is Corey's Christmas tree for calicos. Ricky, do you remember my favorite surface iron?
Rosie is a savage. Rosie's a savage and likes to fish a full-size 5X.
5X.
A 5X is like a joke. Like, I mean, Rosie told me, like, I'm going to Cedros. Can you get me some more 5Xs? I'm like, oh, you meant to say this. She goes, no, I want a 5X. A 5X is, so take a Tatty 45, a 2-fish, 270, a lure that we're very comfortable with. It's almost double that size. Like a 5X is a big lure.
Yeah.
But
And it's like me, it's a little bigger in the hips.
But it gets big
Swims
bites.
a little. It gets good
You're taking me
I
back.
actually said, Rick said, no, that's not what you're fishing. I was like, I sent him a picture. I said, what is this? He goes, that's a 5X. And I'll throw it all day.
Yeah,
I'll
Rosie's a
throw it all
savage.
day.
Man.
The
She
thought
likes
is
big ones.
The thought is taking me back to a Tatty 14 or a Tatty 15.
14A or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and it's nothing's
Big
better
one.
is like when you got that on the retrieve and you just see a yellowtail roll on it. It's just the best.
But you know what? Cedros is the land of big ones. And it's the thing is, like, it's a big surface iron. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot to fish it all day. But those things live eating 3-pound mackerel all day. Like,
That's
I
right.
think it's
Yeah.
an issue for a fish to eat a jig that big. Not one bit. Calico bass will still eat that thing down there.
Absolutely.
It's a big lure, but it's a big profile.
They do. Then there'll be a calico bass on each.
I believe it.
On each hook.
time.
And heavy leader too. Dave was asking about leader. Like, do not go light.
No,
That's
just
the
don't.
whole minimal. I mean, just to be like realistic, minimal 60.
60, 65, whatever. Yeah.
I bring
minimal.
80. Like
I do 80 on all my
six-
on my iron.
Yeah, I had a friend that went down. He goes down. It's 80 to 80.
There it is. Yeah, just go heavy.
He's like, just get it. He goes, I just want to get it. To
They're
the
not
rail.
line shy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
The calicos
they're not
aren't even
line
line
shy.
shy.
No.
It's
not at all.
it's an amazing place, and like the number of bites that exist down
Yeah.
there are incredible. And everywhere you go and everything you do, it's a really special spot. There's no doubt about it. Well, it's been a very fun one. And
It has.
boy, lots of great texts and still lots to come.
Incredible, man. We have a large part of the show to come, and we're going to be right back. More of Cedros Sport Fishing with Rosie Flowers when we return on that Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
And even a little mud. These 4x4s provide the muscle, tech, and durability to go anywhere. Get your ideal combination of power and capability to handle whatever comes your way with the GOAT modes. That's goes over any terrain. It's time to see Ford in a new light. New inventory has arrived. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer to take a test drive today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Sport fishing, not just for dad anymore, thanks to the Dana Wharf's Kids Club. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing invites all anglers 12 and under to join the Kids Club today. Membership includes over $100 of really cool stuff, like 2 free fishing trips, whale watch trip, as well as a free Dana Wharf Kids Club hat or t-shirt. Log on to the website, danawharf.com, or visit them in Dana Point Harbor, the bass capital of the West, and only minutes from the 5 freeway in Orange County.
It's time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and boy, this is not going to be a difficult one. Talking Cedros Sport Fishing, the reel that was made for Cedros, the line is the Tranks.
Yes.
There's just no doubt about it. From the Tranks 500 for your surface iron, the Tranks 400 fishing big baits, the Tranks 300, which is Corey's, heavy tackle, and then the Tranks 200, which for me is a spotty reel, but for Corey it's a 30-pound yellowtail reel.
Yeah, or surf fishing down at Cedros too. Just walk on down.
Absolutely.
That line was just made for it. Yeah. Comfortable, strong, fits in your hand, oversized gears. It's
powerful.
A low-profile reel that was made for saltwater fishing and made for fishing Cedros.
Powerful, man. It's nothing beats our gearing.
Yeah, it's Shimano's a bicycle company first, and they know how to make gears better than anybody. And that's the Tranks. Check it out at your local tackle store. For more information, check Shimano.com.
Hey, anglers. AFCO Pro Captain Ben Florentino of Coastal Charters here. As a full-time guide, I'm on the water all year long. It's my livelihood. Having the right clothing is of the utmost importance, staying warm, dry, cool, and comfortable to endure whatever the Pacific wants to throw at me. Thankfully, I'm equipped with AFCO clothing to keep me dialed season after season. Do yourself a favor and check out AFCO's award-winning gear at a dealer near you, or learn more at AFCO.com.
This is Duke Ekstrom from the Royal Star. In 1983, a group of intrepid anglers envisioned crafting the best sunglasses on the water. It's true now as it was then. Costa's performance frames excel in the toughest of elements. These styles are packed with functional features that create a competitive advantage for any adventure on the water. From the lake to offshore, Costa's Performance Collection has a legacy of helping anglers stay on the water longer. Learn more at costadelmar.com.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and having so much fun and just talking one of those cool places on the planet that you've got to visit. And if you've been there, you definitely know what I'm talking about. It's Cedros Sport Fishing. Having Rosie in the world headquarters, super cool, man. Just talking good times. And dude, we're giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses at the end of the show too.
Yeah.
Brand new pair of 580 glass, reefed in pros, gray frame, gray silver mirror, a cool pair of shades for one lucky caller at the end of today's show.
Or text her too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We've got the coin we're going to flip right here.
Rosie's
We've got
it.
a caller chosen from the first hour, and with all the texts we're taking, we'll choose a winner from there. We'll flip the coin to decide who gets those.
Yep, no doubt about it. I got to tell my favorite Cedros story when we came in. So Rosie, Rosie has been a part of like what is now our family for a long time. So much so that like when Dallas first moved down here from Alaska, the first person she went to work for was Rosie. Lived at Rosie's house when we first met. So long story short, we've been family forever. When Dallas and I got engaged, we had already had a trip booked to go to Cedros, and it was our first trip afterwards. Rosie is up here and like sent down, like they made like a honeymoon suite, Rosie had like a bottle of champagne and like the little rose thing.
I had roses flown in from Ensenada.
Cool, Rosie.
It's the Rosie touch, man. Like it was my favorite, and like it was something that's always been really special. And Dallas and I talk about it all the time. We all the way down on an island in Mexico. Rosie still got her touch on everything, and that's just that's
so
who she
awesome.
Is. She's the best, man. No doubt about it.
She just puts that touch on everything.
She does.
And if you've ever been, you already know.
I've been there for people's birthdays.
Yeah.
Rosie always knows. All of a sudden, there's always a birthday cake. There's this special thing. It's just
it's what separates this operation amongst all the others. You mentioned it before. There are multiple operations that fish Cedros. They're all fishing the same water, but only one of them has a Rosie. And it's the ease, it's the expertise, it's the years of service, it's having done all the things the right and the wrong way, so you know which way the right way is. We always joke about that at Fisherman's Landing. Like, the reason we get so good at doing the shows is because we've made every mistake there is to make, and then you know how to do it the right way. And yeah, Cedros sport fishing is just the one, man.
Rosie just pulled up a picture that you were describing with the roses.
There you go, roses and champagne.
Oh, man.
Pretty cool, man.
Super special.
Yeah, it was a fun one, no doubt.
The ultimate concierge.
Yeah, she's the best. And
Gotta take care of them, man.
My favorite Cedros story for sure.
And that's why we go with Cedros sport fishing.
Always
right?
have and always will.
Oh,
yeah,
my gosh.
no doubt about it.
Rosie,
we got a good text, you said.
There
Corey.
are. There's so many good texts coming through, and thanks to everybody. And this one comes from Alex in San Carlos. Thanks for sending it via the app. Says, good morning. I heard if you bring your own reels, you have some rod rentals. They're available. What type of rods do you have, and how far in advance do we need to reserve them? Also, do you have a tackle shop on site in case we need anything else? Thanks again, Alex.
Okay, so yes, we do have rod and reel rentals. You can rent them with the rod and reel set up together, or just the rod. Okuma, I know we had the Okumas and
PCH rods.
What's that?
It was the PCH rods.
Yes, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Which I mean, we'll get the job done.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, they're fun. Yeah,
absolutely.
So she has rods, she has reels, rod and reel combos, and the full tackle store.
And the tackle store. You went in there, didn't you?
I was surprised. It's very well stocked. Everything that you need to fish Cedros is in that tackle store.
How far from the property is
It's on the property.
It's
it's
right
on
there.
the property. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
right there.
So the other thing I want to mention to Alex, though, and it's something you started last year, and of course it's Rosie that thought and did it, is you can leave your gear there. You can leave your rods.
Yes.
Like if you bring down,
you can leave it all there.
50 pounds of stuff, you can leave it.
Yeah, you could. Everything gets labeled. All your stuff will get labeled, marked up. It'll go into the storage room. We even have people that leave their clothes and have floor wash them, put them back in their duffel bag and store it. So they're basically coming with nothing.
So they just get on the plane with a backpack. Dude, I want in.
Right?
They come with
cool is
like
that?
their toothbrush, their toothpaste, their sunscreen, their toiletries.
Yeah.
It's all there,
everything's
ready to
already
go.
down there.
But I think, everybody, if you're a surface iron guru, Reggie from Camarillo, I guarantee you, he's got an extra surface iron rod, right? Like, it might be one of his favorites, but it might be one that he's, willing to forfeit for the year.
Yeah.
To leave down there. So you just show up and you've got your gear. And
totally.
It makes it so simple, so easy. And not only that, but you're coming back with more fish then.
Yeah.
Wait,
these guys are coming back. Some of these guys that do this, they're coming back with 50 plus pounds of fish.
Right. Wow. Because they're able to leave
everything
that stuff there.
Yeah.
If you bring down a couple dozen surface iron and you've got,
your tackle bag is what weighs the most.
That adds up a lot.
Oh,
well, maybe not for me, but you guys that bring extra, baby. I'm a real minimum guy. I don't
yeah, you and Luke are together on your tackle.
Extra gear. I'm overweight before we start. I get to bring home -3 pounds of fish.
Exactly.
but you don't really care about bringing back yellowtail, or you're not as deep into it. As
Ricky brings back the lobster.
Oh,
and did you bring back tortillas and abalone?
I like my gear. I'm a tackle guy.
Yeah,
I've done it my whole
You own a
life.
tackle
It's what
shop.
I do for a living, and I like to fish with my gear. When Rosie said that to me, it was nothing. Like I have more fun bringing everything in the kitchen sink and knowing, that I'm going to bring a few less pounds of fillets home. And that's what I like to do. But the beauty of how it's set up, if you're the opposite, I know that you can get this whole thing done with 3 rods.
Yeah.
You can bring a bass rod, a surface iron rod, a multi-purpose rod.
Yeah.
You're done. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I like to have 2 surface iron rods. I like one with straight spectra and I like one with mono. And I like to have a couple of bass rods because I like to have a weedless tied on one and I like to have a lead head tied on one.
Exactly.
Honestly, I like to have a third one that has a hard bait tied on.
Yeah, right.
So if I know that means more to me than bringing back a few extra pounds of fish, that's what I'm going to do. But just the same, if somebody's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you don't need all that. You're going to catch the same number of fish with the 3 rods, and I want to bring back a bunch of white sea bass." Well, that's what that guy gets to do. That's what's so
That's
cool
the beauty
about
of it all.
Cedros.
Absolutely.
I like to bring my 10-foot surface iron rod. This is the only trip of the year that I get to bring my gear. You know, if I have a 10-foot rod, no problem. Rosie makes it happen. It goes on the plane. Anywhere else I travel to, 8 foot and under is the minimum. I know that you can do it with an 8-foot rod. I like to have my CalStar 100 mag surface iron rod.
Right.
Yep.
But I get to get Cedros. Like, they're so accommodating.
It's awesome.
Well, that's like I said, that's the beauty of this trip. It's so individualized.
Totally
It's
is.
like, you know what's good for you may not be good for Corey. Corey, you know, you may not want to take down all that stuff and bring home tons of fish, but it's like it's every person, it's individual, and it's like it's fine.
There's some mentioning this. There's something really cool too. Like if you've got your own personal fish bag, soft-sided fish bag, you can bring all your stuff down in it. That's your duffel bag, your carry bag. But on the way home, that's your
cooler bag for fish.
Your cooler bag. You've got all your fish in there, and I mean, if you've got stuff you can put on top of your reels or whatever, you know, you can do that too. But that's a really clean, easy way to do it.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, our soft side. If you don't have that, you know, your fish will come back in our soft-sided cooler bags.
Yeah.
You come across the border, bring your car around to the front of the CBX. We'll load your, you know, the fish out of my cooler bags and your cooler, and I basically kick you to the curb, and away you go.
That's what we do. We just bring our cooler. We just leave it in the car. Everything's brought back in your soft side cooler bags. As soon as we pull right up to the front, fish goes in our cooler. Away we go.
I've got to bring up this text.
Let's do it.
Because this gentleman, Scott in El Segundo.
Oh, yes.
Leaving on Friday to go down to Cedros Sport Fishing with Rosie. Wayne and Ricky, please talk about targeting white sea bass down there.
So I know he's already asked me this question. Do you guys think he should bring some frozen squid?
You don't need it. Yes, you could, but you don't need it. Right now, this year, those white sea bass are hitting white swim baits. They're hitting the surface iron. They're hitting the metal bait. They are in the same zone as your calicos and your yellowtail. And they're thick.
Corey makes a white. Is it a 7-inch fluke?
7-inch.
Yeah. Corey makes a white 7-inch fluke.
Split tail.
Fluke. That we have asked him so graciously, knowing how busy he is and knowing that everybody else is clamoring for baits. And, you know, it's been a fantastic calico bass year, and it's not been easy for Corey to keep up. We've been asking for a white 7-inch fluke, which we are well stocked on because of Corey. One of those, a white 7-inch fluke, and a 1.5 to 2 ounce gets it style lead head, which is
like a bullet pointy.
It's like a bullet. It's like a bullet point with a couple of wings on the side.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be that lead head. It could be a traditional lead head, but that would be the one that I like the most.
But understand the purpose of that, and it's for the redirections.
Exactly.
Correct. If you've got a more bulbous head, you're getting a more bulbous type of action.
Straight down fall.
Yes. So that bullet style head, and with those wings, just helps keep it
kind of glide,
stable,
flat.
Yeah, exactly.
It darts more with that head.
So that you said it. So just understand, Scott, like the purpose of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be taking.
But any of that stuff, right, between the fluke style and the swim bait, the white works because you can also throw the white up onto the beach, and that's where the halibut are at, right? So we've been throwing the white onto the beach for the halibut, and now we've been throwing them in the rocks, and now they're in the open water right outside of the harbor. They're thick right outside there. And then every day what you do is you end up, before you go in, you stop there and you're fishing for the white sea bass right there in that zone. And we're throwing all white usually.
Is bringing squid a terrible idea? No, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I think it's just more work than necessary. And really most of the bait squid that you can buy is just not the best for catching a white sea bass.
That's can I just say it sounds like a nightmare? Like
totally
the frozen squid in your stuff going down. I don't care if there's one drip that got out of that, or there's a little bit of juice left in your stuff.
What do you do with it after the first day?
Oh, we'll freeze it.
Yeah, but it's still a mess on the boat.
Do you have any of those white 7-inch flukes in stock at Fisherman's?
We do. As a matter of fact, we do.
And I'm bringing some.
All right, Scott.
Did RH's list just get longer?
Well, not only that, but I might pick some up for you, Scott.
Oh, there you go.
It's the one. I mean, that's the lure. It's
that style. I mean, dude, that thing has become. How many companies now make a white style fluke, right?
Exactly.
And some are more bulbous, some are wider. It's just they all have different action
Interpretations on that.
I have made that thing for 20 years, and it's for the same purpose today as it was 20 years ago. Seriously.
What's funny is our like most dedicated calico bass half day regulars, that's the shape that they buy the most out of all of your lures. Like there's a group of guys that ride our half day boat on the Dolphin that when the big calico bass are biting, they all really like fishing that particular bait. All of them buy it in bait fish colors. Like we don't even hardly sell the white before. I mean, the white's one of the most traditional ones. It's the squid, it's the halibut, it's the thing. But most of our customers are buying a traditional bait fish colored, one of your 7-inch split tail flukes for calico bass. Like we've carried it forever. We love that shape. It's just it's a unique, cool.
But how popular has it
thing.
become this year?
Insane.
It's like crazy, insane.
Yeah.
Tackle day. Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Okay. Tackle day. The buy 2 get 1 free.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to that.
Woo!
Hey!
So buy 2. The shop's giving you 1. I'm giving you 1. You buy 2 and you're walking away with 4.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
Cool.
We'll do that. So I'll make those white slugs. I'll make it in a couple different colors.
Hey.
And why not? I mean,
man.
You're here to hear on Let's
You know,
Talk
my
Hookup.
husband's listening to this. Would you just
Right? Just stop, right?
So if you, other than throwing it with the lead head,
Yeah.
with the fluke, what would you use? A weighted swim,
Well,
weedless? Weighted
So
weedless?
the one we're talking about has a blunt head on it.
Uh-huh.
And so that's made for fishing a sled head style. It was Jim Decker, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Jim Decker's Berkeley.
He's jerk shad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, come on, Jim. Like, please. So I made him that.
Don't make me make this.
Right, exactly. So it was the sled head style head. And but it matches up to a half ounce to 1 ounce head perfectly. The other styles are made for fishing in different ways. So the straight tail slugs can be rigged on a Gamakatsu 7/0 weighted swim bait hook. I mean, there's ways of doing it.
Yeah.
We could do a whole show on it, right?
No doubt.
Just come down to tackle day.
The other last thing I got to
Yeah.
mention about
Yeah.
Corey and his swim baits is poor Corey
Yeah.
has probably been forced to
Poor
buy
Corey.
so much green and red glitter
I'm
because
sorry.
of the lady sitting across from me.
Yeah.
As far as Rosie's concerned, the
the
only
best.
bait that you need is a 5-inch Christmas tree Viejo.
Yes.
We can spot somebody going to Cedros Sport Fishing at the tackle store a mile away because they come walking up to the tackle store with
Like
2
a
handfuls
grip.
of Christmas tree Viejos. Like, I was like, when's your Cedros trip? Oh, it's funny you say I'm going in June. How did you know? It's like, because I guarantee in Rosie's welcome package it says if you don't have the
Oh.
Christmas tree swim bait, you might as well not be coming.
You know,
And we asked Corey, like, hey, if we could get 100 of these and 100 of those and 100 of this, 100 of that, and 700 Christmas trees, that'd be great.
you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't reinvent the wheel. It works.
It does
It
work.
works.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
That lure gets bites.
Yes.
It's just a color combination that gets bit.
Yeah,
love it.
it
Yeah.
just does.
Hey,
It
well,
just does.
the texts are absolutely packed solid. We don't got a ton of time, so I wanted to sneak another one in here. It says from John Amir Mesa. Good morning, Rosie. I remember cracking up a while back when you gave a Cedros report that you described as an off week for that week in particular. It was excellent yellowtail fishing, but it took the guys an extra half hour per morning. It was excellent numbers, but you still described it as off. I can only imagine what it was good after that. And I loved it. What is an off week and what is an on week when you're at Cedros Sport Fishing?
And this is such a great text. One thing that I love is when I'm down at the CBX and someone that hasn't been on the trip before, I love when they're sitting there and they're talking about going and that they're really hoping that they catch something.
Yeah.
And the rest of us are just laughing because it's not if you're going to catch, it's are you going to catch your personal best?
Yeah.
And are you going to catch your limits at 6:38 in the morning?
Yeah.
We have had limits caught before 6:45 in the morning, limits of yellowtail. Okay.
Unbelievable.
They bring them back. And I mean, that is crazy. Now, limits by 9 o'clock, that's still pretty good fishing. Limits by noon is tough. I mean, come on. It's tough.
That was my favorite
So-
report that you gave. She goes, well, we got a really rough week, Yeah, I mean, sure, they got their limits, but it took them until noon. Can you
Yeah.
believe it?
It's like crazy, and then it's like, they drop off the fish to go get filleted and they'll go out and they'll catch and release 20 or 30 more. And then, get some sheephead and some calico and try to get some white sea bass and halibut and stuff like that. But yeah, I think earliest this year was limits by 6:38. Average was limits around 9:30, 10. Tough limits noonish.
But normally when you're going to have a quote tough day at Cedros, it's only because of weather.
Yeah.
We have weather issues because the wind comes up, the swell comes up. So it's where you're going to fish. And sometimes you have to drive a little bit farther up the lee side to get to the fish, right? So it's not that there's not fishing. It's not that it's not phenomenal fishing. It's just a little bit farther to get there, and then it's going to be wide open again, right?
Yes.
And so that it's a little bit off when the weather comes up, just like any place you go fishing.
Well, you guys fished the boiler, Ron.
We had the last day, which was everything came around. Beautiful day, the swell laid down, the wind laid down, and we got up to the Boiler Rocks. And you can go up and look at the posts that we did, the videos we've done. Tommy P up on the bow, just firing away. All of us, including the captain, Martine, were just firing into the rocks and into the kelp. The canopy was so thick, beautiful. Boiling fish out of the canopy, throwing the MC slug, the banana slug on the top, and having them come through that canopy to hit it. It was just the perfect timing.
There's a funny story with that. So Jeff asked for the banana slugs.
Yes, he did.
You were going to be on the show. I brought some.
Yes.
And the day before, Wayne was in here as a guest.
Yeah.
And can you give these? He was going like, can you give these to Rosie? And well, I think we're gonna have to tax Jeff a little bit, right?
Exactly. Tax Jeff.
The honesty's coming out now. Sorry, Jeff. And I gave him a half a dozen of them for delivery costs.
Yeah. Exactly. Delivery fee.
Field research.
Field research. There we go.
And we're gonna be right back on Let's Talk Hookup. I do have to say, Jeff from Sushi on a Roll gives you 5 stars on everything from the food to the travel and everything. Thanks, Jeff. We're going to be right back on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 1st, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, and it's our largest sale ever. Plenty of seminars by saltwater experts and over 20 reps from tackle manufacturers like Accurate, Aftco, CalStar, Gamakatsu, and Costa. Don't miss all the great seminars, the huge raffle to benefit Rollo's kids, the popular casting contest, and of course, the huge sale. For the best ever tackle bargains, check out Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 1st.
Seasoned long-range fishermen know that the Red Rooster 3 is the finest fishing vessels in terms of technology, design, speed, comfort, and safety. This 105-foot sport fishing yacht meets every demand for comfort while delivering an unforgettable fishing vacation. Captain Andy, Kate, and crew are experienced, friendly, and sincere in their desire to help you have the trip of a lifetime. Book a trip on the Red Rooster 3, and you'll be back. Trips fill fast, so check redrooster3.com or call Lee Palm Sport Fisheries at at 619-224-3857. The lighter the bite and the cleaner the water means one thing. Need a thinner leader, more natural presentations. That's where Seaguar Gold Label leader material shines. It's Seaguar's thinnest leader material yet. That means it's even less visible underwater and creates more natural presentations for better catch rates on leader-shy fish. With exceptional knot and tinsel strength, this advanced leader material is now available from 2-pound test for fishing trout in the Sierra to 80-pound test for big yellowfin in Guadalupe. Get Seaguar Gold Label at your favorite tackle dealer or learn more at seaguar.com.
All right, and welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And only one winner. Okay, flip the coin. We're going to find out who's won the Costas. A texter. Today is David from Chula Vista. Thank you, David. And congratulations.
And congrats. Rosie, I don't know how 2 hours goes by that
so fast.
but what a great time. Wayne, thank you so much for filling in as RH number 2 and such a fantastic job here in the show. Rosie, if somebody wants to do all of the things we've talked about, the amazing food, the amazing accommodations, having you, put all that together, how do we do it? How do we go to Cedros?
The best thing to do is actually just call me, because usually one question leads to another question, leads to another question. And the phone number for me is 619-772-7570. The new schedule, I got the 2026 schedule. It's locked, loaded, ready to go. I got a few little tweaks I need to do for it. It'll be 100% online. We should have 66 trips next year.
Wow. Incredible.
Incredible, right? 66 trips next year, and that should totally be online here within the next month. I have a few things to tweak, and then we'll do it there. But the website is cedrossportfishing.com.
You're the best. You're the best for a reason, and it's exactly what we talked about today. Fantastic job, and really appreciate you. Can't wait to go back down there. It's just such a place, and after being up in the Sierras, I can't wait till my boys are old enough to get to go down there. I want that Darren and Menifee trip to go down with Dallas and both the boys, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic job, and like you say, book now, because by the time the shows get here, that's it. The chance of getting on those last few spots is just it's next to impossible.
Right.
It doesn't happen for a reason. Well, a great job, and we really appreciate it, and really appreciate everything you do for us here on Let's Talk Hookup. Fantastic reports that we hear every week, and I always hate when the season's winding down, because it means we stop hearing about all the amazingness. And Wayne, again, a huge thanks for coming in and just talking a place that I know you love so much.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Fun times. Can't get enough of Cedros Sport Fishing.
Thank you, Wayne.
It's a very special spot for sure. Hey, we got another great show coming for you tomorrow. Captains Tim and Duke Ekstrom are going to be on the show from the Royal Star. We're going to be talking great fishing with those guys, talking all kinds of adventures on the Royal Star. We're going to be diving deep into this excellent local tuna fishing that's going on, both bluefin, both yellowfin, tackle, tips, and more. You stay tuned. A big thanks to Adam and Kyle. Adam keeping us up to date on the app, Kyle keeping us on the fan, and a bigger thanks to you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.